Ripple is part of the big boy club, guys, as we see right here. They are listed or being listed everywhere. Ripple, the only blockchain mentioned among ACH, RTGS, RTP, Swift, Fedwire, and others. So we got, it's all about what, guys? Payments, right? Look at this right here on the right side. We got Ripple blockchain, right? ISO as well. Interesting. Gateways and standards, guys. This is fascinating because it's all about what? The digital integration, right? And this is how we know that these banks are pressed to upgrade their technology stack. Wow, and make a compelling payment transformation investment case. That's very interesting because we know we're heading into this new world, right? Where they need to. They're basically forced to, guys. Because look at this. Rapidly evolving payment landscape, right? The proof is in the damn pudding. This is how you know. This is how we know Ripple has been chosen from a long time ago. Because why is it being stated everywhere? Not just one single document, right? Today we have a lot to talk about, guys. We're going to be talking about a few different things here. Are you guys ready? Because I am. If you guys like the video, I really appreciate it as well. From Willchart, Binance says Signature Bank will introduce $100,000 transaction limit today, right? If we go here, look at this. So we got Signature Bank is a New York-based full-service commercial bank with 38 private client offices throughout New York and a few other locations. Now, the thing is, remember this, guys, that people are worried about what if more banks start to introduce these limits and whatnot, right? Start to back out, perhaps, to price out the little guy. That's the thing. I'll just be very careful, guys, because of Binance right here. Binance going supernova. No more fiat withdrawals unless you use their P2P method, which is just money laundering. Good luck, we warned you about this. Note, UK Starling Bank has restricted all crypto transactions. Your withdrawal order will be unfortunately filled if you withdraw GBP faster or via faster payments with UK Starling bank accounts. We suggest you use another bank account to withdraw. You can also withdraw GBP via bank card or sell crypto via P2P, right? So, what do you guys think about this, right? Failed withdrawal, as you guys can see, to withdraw. I would just be very wary about Binance, guys, and that's how Binance steals your money, folks, by claiming that they are doing AML KYC, but only when you try to withdraw money. You can be fully verified for years until you try to withdraw all your money. Now that's suspicious. Interesting. Now, what do I think of Binance? Well, I do believe when the collapse takes place, guys, a lot of the truth will come forth into the light with Binance, Bitfinex, right? Tether, USDT, all these companies and cryptocurrencies, guys. The truth will prevail, right? Which will definitely collapse all of them, all at the same time, and it will happen during the collapse, I believe. Because listen to this: if it happened right now, Bitcoin will just plummet to $3,000 or $1,000 and less, right? Or less. That's why they're not doing it at this point in time, guys. They're going to wait till the collapse so they could tie everything together, right? So it's quite simple if you ask me. At the same time, what about Coinbase? Remember, Mr. Poole did post that one time, Coinbase is safe, right? I mean, not that Coinbase is safe, but the only exchange I've seen Mr. Poole post is Coinbase, the Coinbase logo. See, breaking: Coinbase wins dismissal of lawsuit over unregistered securities coin. Bloomberg now lists XRP. You can't make this stuff up. How many different things are taking place, guys, at the same time? Just recently, this just happened, right? Why is the SEC going against Ripple and now against Library? You know why? They don't like the idea of decentralization, because Library LBC does to publishing what Bitcoin does to money. But guess what? They hit the wall. Even Elon Musk stated, I do not respect the SEC, folks, right? So obviously, we know the SEC is very corrupted at this point in time. But remember, just recently, a few days ago, many are calling yesterday a victory for Library. But we haven't won yet. It doesn't matter if the judge says LBC is not a security if third parties Exchanges, etc., are still too terrified of the SEC to work with it. That's the real test. Once the judge clarifies all of this in writing, contact every exchange and documents those who will not cooperate with you. Let us know at that time who will not cooperate so we can form a boycott of those exchanges. Wow, guys. But at least what? The LCB token is not a security, right? And this just came out as well. Coinbase wins dismissal of lawsuit over unregistered securities. What's next, folks? That tells us the Ripple case is the third in line, possibly, right? The conclusion will be taking place soon. We're seeing a lot of endings to these cases. In the year 2022, 3, right? Coinbase Inc. won dismissal of a lawsuit by consumers alleging the cryptocurrency exchanges or exchange facilitated the sales of unregistered securities on its platform. The proposed class action suit filed in federal courts in New York in October 2021, and it just ended, right? But why is the Ripple case taking so much longer? Think about this for a moment, guys. Doesn't make sense, if you ask me. U.S. District Judge Paul A. didn't make a determination about whether the digital tokens were actually securities, though he said he assumed they were for the purposes of the dismissal request by Coinbase had the suit been allowed to proceed. The question of whether they are securities would have been a central battleground, he said. Wow, look at this, guys. A judge in the same courts last April dismissed a similar lawsuit against Binance, the world's largest crypto platform, finding that the claims were filed too late and that U.S. securities laws didn't apply because Binance is not a domestic exchange, despite the fact that much of its transactions is based in the United States. Again, that's a little bit fishy if you ask me, right? Even though this is how we know regulations need to be in place, guys, right? For them to work in the United States and whatnot. Because we know that the United States is what hindering innovation, right? With these new technologies and whatnot. So that's when, or that is why we need regulations. Realistic scenario, Ripple gets a massive victory against the corrupt SEC. XRP price hits new all-time high at around $10. Small retracement to $6. Retail investors cash out their profits. Exchanges run out of liquidity and people can't buy back XRP. Majority get wrecked. Hodling is the key. What are your thoughts about this? I believe in the bull run we're about to see, guys, before the collapse takes place, XRP should be at least a new all-time high, right? I don't know what price, but I know it should be at a new all-time high. I believe when a new financial system is up and running after the collapse is when XRP sees its true value. There you have it, Ripple equal bank. Can you feel the tension? It is coming, and this is how we know. Imagine Ripple becoming a bank. Think about that just for a moment, guys. Lawsuit finished, price discovery will be interesting.
Hi, my name is Ryan Zagona. I'm from a company called Ripple. We use blockchain and virtual currency as a way to connect fiat currency more efficiently. It's a product for financial institutions. So it's an enterprise use case. We're using digital currency as an FX tool as opposed to a currency itself. As new enterprise use cases for DLT and digital currency emerge, how do we balance policy to allow these new use cases to take root while also capturing risk we see in the market today?
It's a great question. Who wants to take a bite of that? Go ahead.
I think there are certain principles that need to be upheld when doing regulation. Is that the same risk, same treatment? We have to really slice down what you're trying to do with technology and identify what is the underlying financial transaction you want to do. And if there is already a regulatory treatment, it has to be the same. Just because it's done differently through technology, that, at least from my own point of view, does not justify to give it preferential or adversarial treatment. I think it has to be a level playing field, and we as regulators, we have to be, as we say, technology neutral.
Neutral, okay.
No, it's sort of like saying that, okay, if you look like a bank, if you smell like a bank, if you walk like a bank, then you're a bank, regardless of what you think yourself.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Augustine says.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, that gets...
You are a bank. Imagine Ripple becoming a bank, guys. That's just the most interesting combination, right? If you look like a bank, if you smell like a bank, if you walk like a bank, you are a bank. He looks nervous after saying that. Plus, his points is contradictory to what that Augustine says. He is making a statement to show that he agrees with the guy from Ripple. Fascinating. Very fascinating, guys. I'm ready. Are you? Not financial advice. But anyways, that's all for you. Amazing. See ya.